Hey, welcome back to our 101 series on how to build a high tensile fence. Today we're going to show you what we do on our fences here at the AllenBrothers Farm and how we insulate them from the various types of posts. In the corners, you don't have to have an insulated wire around it. You can now use, you can also use these discs, which are really neat, but don't follow Zerebra, don't follow their diagram. You see how it shows that the support wire going to the post goes through the disc hole? No, the support wire goes around the outside of the disc, and the wire passes through the center. So what I do is I get these all made up before I even tie the wire. I put how many corners I'm going to have on the wires, and I'm unrolling, and I just pull those along with me. But that's this, and again, do not follow this diagram right here. Everybody else's diagram is exactly the opposite here. These are wood post screw-in insulators, and they're really cool. I've been using some of those. I will show you all of these. Here are good old-fashioned porcelain insulators. The difference here is that they can get knocked off. Goats are particularly prone to be getting into these, but they're very, very good. There are T-post insulators, and I use a lot of these just to keep wire up off the ground, because you can also, this ultimately the way these work is you're just going to put them on here at the right height. Mind you gotta have your mark where you want it, and then they just snap on like that, and that's really pretty cool. And if you get them in the wrong place, they typically, not always, but typically come off very easily. And then there is what I call kind of a suspension piece, and you just hang it literally in the air. I don't like these as much. I just, you have to wrap them with a wire, almost like a T-post wire. That's not my favorite. For just getting things up in a real easy, smooth terrain, this is what I use. These are like a couple of bucks at Tractor Supply, and they just stick in the ground, and you can get them up there. So I do like those. They're really easy to do, really easy to put on. For wood posts, well, let me show you this one. This is another type of T-post insulator. It's just longer out if you want to wire further out. Sometimes I run just a single wire, like around my hog pen at the bottom, and it just keeps it, further out away from the fence, because I just have field fence or hog fence there in that paddock. These are the longer ones here. You can see what they're called. That's exactly what they are. Then here it's an SC15, and that is by Shock. You usually get 25 in a bag, and they're very reasonably priced, less than $5. This is by Dare, and this is a wood post insulator. I like these quite a bit, especially in corners. They hold things very well. If you're out in the boondocks putting out fence and you don't want to carry a drill with you, or just don't want to have anything electric with you, that's a good way to put stuff up. So those are some of the insulators that we use, and let me show you. Yeah, and this is the last kind of insulator I use. And when I'm running a hot wire by a post, you have to put these on, before you crimp your wire, before you put your ferrules on, you put these on the wire and drag them with you, and wire goes directly through the center, and then you just put your fence nail, cable nail, on top of that, and just snug it up against the post. Don't drive it. You don't want to cut through it, and then that'll also insulate it. But in our next video, we'll show you where we use all of these different pieces, and even put some wire up to show you what the tools are for.